Hello and welcome to the Easily Excitable podcast. My name is Topham and with me this week is Dom. Hey man, how's it going?
It's going well, Topham. How are things with you?
Things are going alright. My apartment feels like it's making progress to being sold. It's been 7 months now.
I was about to say, you've not sold that yet? I thought you sold that months ago.
It's a whole ordeal. It might be 8 months now, but...
Yeah. It was this year, right?
April. Yeah, it was April this year. So
okay.
It's
May,
been
June,
a while.
July, August, September,
It's
October,
eight months
November.
now.
7 months.
Yeah.
Almost 8.
Yeah. Next week it'll be 8. And so, ooh, that's fun. And yeah, that's hopefully going to be done soon. Immigration stuff is up in the air because, that takes a while and there's no rushing it and it's got a bit slower. But I've seen someone's post in a subreddit recently that was very encouraging in the long distance relationship subreddit. It was very encouraging because they were like, yes, we got past this, we got our approval, and then they're like, everything else happened within a month. And it's just like, okay, so the longest wait is this bit right now that we're at, so...
It's getting that one tick box, and then everything else just starts to go because you need the one.
Falls into place.
You need the initial because me and Vic have been looking at it for coming over to the UK, and it's just you need the initial tick that the application is valid essentially, and then everything else is just yep, it's fine.
Yeah, so it's just it's taking its time, but yeah. We knew that going in, but it's got to a point where that's been submitted 5 months now, just over 5 months, and everyone else that we've seen on the long distance subreddit has been like, yeah, we've got our approval within the last 2 or 3 months. Theirs is taken without any variation 3 or 4 days shy of 6 months. So it's a pretty consistent.
So you're expecting in the next. Expecting it hopefully in the next month.
Yeah, potentially by the end of the year, if not just into the new year.
So you got to factor in Christmas in that as well.
Yes,
so maybe
absolutely.
Mid-January.
So I'm expecting January and then things will start moving. So yeah, and I've just been spending my time at work pretending like I'm doing stuff, and because my replacement's in and we're getting along and things are getting done, so I'm just sitting doing data analysis stuff, and just
always fun just plugging away feeling like you're doing nothing.
I mean, I like doing the data analysis stuff. I'm just give me some data and I'll figure out what it means. Or I'll pull information from our works system. And I'll pull all the information from there based on every single formula that we've got, of which there are 900 filled with, I don't know, between 5 and 15 components, and then see what reactions are going on and try and process all that data in Excel. I'm just okay. And then I was like, why don't I try and learn something that can help me with this? So I've started looking into Python.
Oh, you haven't?
I'm just I don't really know how to code in any way. So they're
why did you start with Python, of all things to start with?
Because I don't understand anything. I don't know.
Don't start with Python.
It gets into bad habits, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah, I used to work, so when I did the fusion lab stuff, when I was working on that fusion reactor, we had a piece of code, the piece of code we used for the fusion lab was Python based. I don't know how to code Python, but I could tell you that was, it was considered one of the better codes in Python, one of the better made software, and it was a piece of garbage. It was breaking all the time. There was a glitch I found which if you placed so it's a heat exchanger, so it's a big essentially a big bucket of water with loads of pipes running through it with other stuff running through those pipes, and you run it through an X amount of loops and it will cool it down. Standard heat generation stuff. I found that you could actually take it so that the number of pipes equaled 0. So then it would just imagine that the fluid flowed through the other fluid in a very formulaic pattern. And loads of random other bits and bobs. If you place one set of arrows to one thing, or another set of arrows to another thing, and then you pressed enter twice, the entire system would crash, just for no reason at all. It's just
madness.
Oh god,
crazy. Oh, the funs of coding. So yeah, I'm just looking into that at the moment. I'm just and the very surface of it. I'm just like, I don't really know how to do things logically. Like, I thought I'm a logical person. No, I'm not.
Coding logic is different to normal logic. It's not human logic. It's weird fucking logic. I know some basic stuff. Like in the past year, I've been teaching myself some things, but like I've been teaching myself like Java and C++, not fucking Python.
I just want to start somewhere and see if I can actually get along with it. Turns out, so far, not really.
You chose like literally one of the most complicated coding languages.
You know.
As far as I'm aware, anyway. Might be wrong.
We'll see. So yeah, right. We have a list of topics to talk about, and one of them.
You have a list of topics which you have very briefly told me.
Yeah, you know. And there's one I'd forgotten to mention. But Rachel and I, like, for Christmas, have decided to like combine some money and buy ourselves a computer for when I'm over there. So we've built all these. We've built it. We haven't built it yet. We've purchased all the parts, and she's getting them delivered. And so we're looking forward to that. And it's turning up. It's actually all just turned up today, so that's cool. Like AMD Ryzen processor and RTX.
Oh, you went AMD. You went AMD.
Yeah.
Risky.
It's fine.
Risky.
It'll be fine.
It will be okay.
Yeah.
If so long as you treat the computer right, and as long as you have researched the parts properly.
Yep.
And you've made sure that it is 100% legit, because one little thing will send a cascade through the system.
We've made sure we've got the right clock speeds on the RAM, and we've got a compatible graphics card and motherboard and everything. And
you got the right amount of power from the power supply, all that sort of stuff.
Absolutely. Yep. All planned out meticulously.
That's good.
Yeah, so we ended up getting an RTX 2070 as well. So yay, good graphics. And so yeah, that's been something that's going on. So we're like pretty excited about that. And then we'll probably try and play Path of Exile once the new update comes out, which is cool because that's due out imminently, actually. So that'll be fun. Cool. So recently, what happened was the GGG Extra Life stream.
Yes.
It was a lot of fun. I was in the chat. I say I was in the chat for a lot of it. I was definitely hanging around for most of the time, but definitely playing Xbox for all the vast majority of the time.
Had it in the background, yeah.
Yeah.
It was good this year. I feel like we didn't raise as much money as we did last year, which was unfortunate, but I think after like we got a couple of donations post stream, I think we now have 5,000 raised over 3 years, or we're very close to it. Like we're like $30 off, I think.
Yeah.
So that was like great. That's an amazing amount of money. But yeah, we raised I think $1,800 and something, which is a good amount. It's going to Puerto Rico, and yeah, the stream was good this year. We didn't have the past couple of years. So like, I think last year especially, like Emma had a power cut partway through the stream, which is, that was bad. This year, I think we actually got away without any technical difficulties, without any drama, without anything like going wrong, which was fucking phenomenal, to be honest.
Yeah, a few times Emma's computer wasn't playing along when like you're playing PUBG, and so she had to reset the game. But like aside from that, that's a minor.
I think that was more OBS than her computer entirely. Like because the program she's using is OBS, and that's known quite frequently as being a bit of a finicky program.
Yes.
Like the week before, I was messaging her like, "Hey, is there anything we need to do? Can I help you with anything? What's going on?" She's like, "Yeah, well, it's nothing you can help with. I'm just like annoyed at OBS right now." What do you mean? Well, it just won't stream. And I was like, "Oh, it's kind of a key component to actually being able to do a stream is to have a program that will stream." But we got it fixed in the end. There were a couple of times, PUBG especially, because that's such a weirdly intensive game. Like it just eats processing power for no reason because it's so poorly optimized.
Yeah.
But yeah, like we had that problem last year as well with PUBG, and this year especially because we got custom games going, and we had a good list of games this year as well. Like
yes, I thought that was great. It was well.
We had PUBG twice, and we had Jackbox twice. But aside from that, I think everything else was a unique game. I don't think we had any other repeats.
No, I can't think of anything. Like...
'Cause it was What was this? PUBG to start. Then we had. I can't even remember who I was playing in this, and I can't even fucking remember.
There was definitely Overwatch at some point. I think that.
Yeah,
was
we only had one set of
early.
Overwatch. We had. Just in general, then I can't remember what order it was in, but we had PUBG twice. We did PUBG customs because we had 8 people to do custom games, which is so much fucking better than doing like the battle royale's alright. Don't get me wrong, it is a classic battle royale. It's become a classic game mode at this point. But fucking around in that game when you can actually respawn with your friends is so much more fun.
Yeah.
Like, because then you're not worried about like, hiding around corners and I might get shot and that's the end of my game for like 20 minutes. It's no, you just run at people with grenades, like with a pin pulled. I'll just not care. So playing PUBG, we played some Overwatch. We did play some Deceit, which is kind of like the free-to-play Dead by Daylight. We played Dead by Daylight. Nice. We played Tabletop. Technically, that was another game which we played twice, but we played Secret Hitler one time.
Hitler and Betrayal at House
Betrayal, yeah. Which was good, even though that game went on a very long time.
I don't think I saw Betrayal. I think that was as I was going to sleep. But I definitely saw Secret Hitler.
Betrayal was early morning for us. It was... I woke up at about 7 to get on for a game at like quarter to 8 or something. No, Betrayal was good. I always loved Betrayal, but that game was weird. Like, weird. We were playing like Hangman inside Betrayal. Rules. It was a good job that I was the haunt, because if it had been anybody but me, or like Emma, I would just start like because it was me, Emma. I'm trying to think who it was. It was me, Emma, Ash, and Cal, and Vic.
Yeah.
If Vic had got it, she'd have been completely stuffed. Same with Ash. Kel might have got okay, but a lot of the time he misreads the rules because he skims stuff and he's just like, yeah, I know it, and then he doesn't know it at all.
Yeah.
But yeah,
there's some Gmod in there as well. Gmod.
Yeah, there was the classic Gmod, Trouble in Terrorist Town.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what else there was.
Funny.
So chaos. So those were every time we play that as well. Like, we seem to find new maps. I don't know like how many of the fucking things there are, but because we played it again for game night last week, and except for one of the maps, they were all new maps we had never played before. And we played for like a good 3 hours again, like some insane amount of time. Well, not insane amount of time, but it was a good session. Yeah. I'm trying to think what else there was.
I was trying to think that Trouble in Terrorist Town game, like, you were all in. It looked like the inside of an airplane, but it's just a narrow level.
Oh yeah, it is an airplane. It is an airplane.
It is an airplane. Okay, and it just went absolutely crazy in like one of the rounds. And like,
there's so many highlights on Twitch. Like people were clipping, because we had people who were very active in the chat and making sure they clipped like a load of clips. And there's an absolute great one with Harry, Totem King. And just Anime just pulled the wool over his eyes so badly.
Yeah,
it's so great. It's you. Yeah, it's me. So great.
One of the PUBGs, like one of the customs we were playing, like I remember Emma just got the most insane snipe on you, and I know that was clipped, and I was just like, oh, that was a ridiculous shot. Like, I was like,
we did the sniper. Like, we did the snipers only.
My head went away.
On my screen, it was even worse because like it looked bad on her screen. My screen was worse because you were just like, all I saw was running, and then just red, and the body just went gone. I was like, oh god. There's a great clip though as well, because I did the same to Ash. When Emma and Ash are fighting, they're up close, they're not scoping in, they're just like hip firing, and then suddenly Ash just gets obliterated, and Emma's like, oh god, okay, and she just like runs away. The sniper duels were brutal. There was, when I was asleep, there was Golf with Friends as well, which was I saw some of the highlights from that. That's always a fun game to play.
Yes, yeah.
But yeah, no, it was a good time all around. We made some good money. We had a lot of people in chat. We got raided, I think, twice or 3 times by a couple of gaming groups.
Yeah.
So I think our highest view count was 34 people at one point.
Yeah.
Which for a stream, like just a small group of people who just game for the fuck of it, that's an insane amount of people.
Yeah. It was
to get in a
real
stream.
cool. Yeah.
Because we raised less money last year, but I think we only capped out at like 14, 15 people last year. Like we definitely doubled that in like viewers, and we kept it consistent, like through especially the early bit of the stream.
Yeah.
Like the first like 10, 12 hours, we had a consistent like 20 something viewers for that entire time.
Yes. Yeah.
And how many of them were bots? It's up to whatever, but
who knows?
But,
yeah.
Who knows?
And there was consistent donations coming in as well, and it was just cool. It was cool to see, and like, yeah, everyone did real well, and it was a lot of fun to watch. And
Emma especially being an absolute champion, staying up for that entire time. As she always does.
Yes.
And Andy as well. For some reason, he stayed up for the entire time. I'm not sure why. When the stream was ending, he'd been up for I think 28 hours when it was ending, because he'd been up like more than that. It's like it was almost 30 hours I think, because he'd been up from like a normal time UK time. We didn't start till 1 in the afternoon UK time anyway.
Yeah. It was mad. And then the end, and the whipped cream on the faces,
the pie to the face. Yes, which that got clipped and just
that was awesome. And the lemons. Oh,
the lemons.
So much.
Oh, Harry was a champion with the lemons. I don't know why he did that to himself, but it was great.
Yeah.
Watch him nosh on some lemons.
Oh.
And then there was they did do Chubby Bunny quite late at night as well.
Oh, I didn't see that. I should hunt a clip down of that.
It should be in the Discord chat. If you
Okay, cool.
What you can do, this is more for Topham than anyone else, but if you go to, for anyone who's listening, if you go to twitch.tv/officialgoodguygamers, that's the Twitch. If you go on there, there's like broadcast videos and clips, and the clips is just full, absolutely full. We've got like 40 or 50 highlights, which are like a minute long, maybe. Most of them like 30 seconds to a minute.
Yeah.
But it's well worth a watch just to see some of the just utter nonsense that we get up to.
Yeah, it was great fun. And who knows what'll happen next year, but hopefully it'll be bigger and better. And
well, Emma was talking about for next year. She doesn't want to do. I think she still wants to do an Extra Life stream.
Yeah.
But she's been talking about trying to get people to, instead of just doing it in one go, try to get people to sign up to like donate monthly to Extra Life.
Okay.
So I think we're batting around a few ideas about how we can entice people to do that, essentially.
Yeah.
And hopefully, I think it's getting to the point now where we're getting to that age where staying up for 24 hours is not a great idea because of work and stuff.
Yeah, I've been there for a while, but I am old.
Yeah, shut up, he's fine. You're not the oldest in the group anymore, I don't think.
So. Oh, no, I haven't been the oldest in the group ever, I don't think. There's always been someone older than me.
What do you know?
I'm 29 right now.
Yeah, you're 20. Yeah, you're fine. There's
No.
4 people older than you in the group at the moment.
I thought there were.
Yeah,
there has been for a long time, but yeah. Anyway, yeah. And coming up soon with the GGG is the Steam Christmas Secret Santa, which is just fun. It's just fun to take part in.
It's nice to take advantage of the Christmas sale and just to remind each other that hey, you're my friend, sort of thing, basically. So it's something we've done every year, and it's just Steam wish list. You put something on the wish list, and then you put something on your wish list, or you put multiple things on your wish list, which is the best way to do it, because you just put a load of stuff on there and be like, I don't know what I'm gonna get, and then you give an instruction of you give it a person, and then it's get something for them off their wish list, or multiple things off their wish list up to $10. Which, to be honest, I think I gets broken like 90% of the time.
Oh, I'm sure I broke it last year.
Yeah, we say $10, but most of the time we do just like, I think a few years ago somebody bought me Doom, and I was like, nice. Dude, even on sale it was like 25 quid. But yeah, we do it for each other all the time. I normally end up doing like a round of like, hey, here's a load of like £2 or £3 games for like everyone in the group.
Yeah. I've got a few Humble Bundle codes of games I've already got, so I'm just going to give them to anyone that wants them as well. So,
I mean, if you give them to Emma, we might be able to like do something fun with them or something.
Yeah, actually, yeah, I'll probably chat to her and see if there's anything she wants, or like, yeah, just try and figure out if anyone really wants any of the games in particular, and then just be like, well, here you go.
Yeah, or open the other ones to the chat.
Yeah, or just see if anyone shows up and it's just like, oh, I can't afford to take part, and just like gift them a game that we've got from. Like,
yeah, here you go. We already have a copy of it. I think I've got a copy of something knocking. Oh no, I had a load of copies of stuff knocking around last Christmas. I gave out like Portal 2, Left 4 Dead 2, a few like Valve games I just had for reasons I have no idea why.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'll just message Emma and be like, look, let me know if anyone can't afford.
Yeah, Christmas time's coming. Yeah. Christmas time. By the time you're listening to this, it will be December, I think.
It will be, yes. It'll absolutely.
But we're recording this spoilers on November, and I heard a Christmas ad on the radio today, and I was like, it's like 4 weeks away, so it's like I can't be too mad, but it's like it's not December yet, you bastards.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear it, but I'm just like, I'm not too interested.
I was just listening to Capital, and it was just like, yeah, the songs, whatever, and it's like, we need to go on break. Okay, sweet. And then first thing I hear is like, jing, 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 like fucking jingle bells, and I was like, for fuck's sake.
Oh, crazy. Yeah,
some shit tier, like furniture store, like, yeah, we bought the rights to Jingle Bells.
Oh no.
Fucking, worst.
Crazy. So, yeah. Like, I'm going away on holiday and I'm going to tour a bunch of cities, and they're all going to have Christmas markets in them. But that's not really relevant. I'm looking forward to going around a bunch of cities and just, exploring across Europe. I'm going on a trip with my dad. We kind of like planned it about 3 weeks ago and then booked it all up. So we planned it like at the beginning of November. I'm going away on Friday, so on the 30th of November, and I'm away for 8 days. And I'm going to Oslo, Stockholm, Vienna, and Budapest. And I'm just like...
That's a good collection of cities.
I'm very excited. Like...
so what is it? Sorry, Oslo?
Oslo, Stockholm, Vienna, and then Budapest.
I haven't been to Oslo or Budapest, but I've been to Vienna and Stockholm. I haven't been to Stockholm, actually. I've only been to Vienna. So I was thinking of... what am I thinking of? It's the capital of Norway. Any ideas?
Oslo.
No. Fuck, not Norway then.
Finland?
There's Norway, Sweden, and...
Finland. Helsinki?
Finland, there we go. Helsinki. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking of Helsinki.
That was another stop on my mystical dream tour that, like, I listed out, like, 15 cities I wanted to visit.
Yeah,
and I'm just like, I can really only go to 4.
The flight, honestly, went to Helsinki a few years ago. I was actually on work. I was in Helsinki. Go. Honestly, go. It's just...
I need to find time to go.
As well for ease, I guess. Mm-hmm. You can get a flight, direct from London. It's 2 hours. Yeah. And then honestly, around that city, the railways are almost like the tube in London. They're so reliable. They're so useful. And you just get a railway, you get a train straight from the airport straight to the middle of Helsinki. It's like right in the middle of downtown. It's great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. If I can find myself a little bit of holiday,
It's finding you the time at the moment.
Yeah. Well, I was trying to keep my holiday so that I could roll over to the next year so that I can leave work when I do emigrate. And, just try and keep those days so I can just leave as early as possible and get things sorted out. But, yeah, I came up with this plan and I was like, yeah, let's go for it. And me and my dad are going on this crazy adventure, 2 days in each place and, 2 nights in each place. So, yeah, rolling around, flying between Oslo, Stockholm and Vienna, getting the train from Vienna to Budapest, which is really exciting because I get to go across the countryside in a train, which I get to see the countryside and it's going to be amazing. And then fly back, and mega looking forward to it. Haven't really got many plans of what to do in each place other than just walk around, experience what's going on, and
sometimes that's what you need though. Food. Like just chill out and just have a walk, especially like cities like Oslo and Stockholm. Like there's really nice stuff to just see when you just walk around,
Yeah, we've got a walk planned for like 1 day in Oslo like, but the morning section of it, I'm just like, oh, it's gonna be so good.
Tell you what, you're gonna be fucking freezing.
Yeah, it's also -6 there today, so
you're gonna be fucking freezing.
Yeah, it'll be so cold, but yeah, I'm really looking forward to it.
Adleus was one of the members of the group. Adleus, he's from Stockholm, and he was complaining yesterday about the fact that it's suddenly just gone from being like okay, to just like ball-shrivelingly cold. Just like almost overnight. I think it was like 2 weeks ago. It was still like in the tens, like early teens sort of temperature.
Yes.
Now it's just like daily it gets to maybe 3 degrees, maybe if you're lucky, like midday. So
I'm I'm looking forward to it, but I am definitely aware that I need to pack warm stuff.
How long? So you're going for 8 days? Is that 2 days in each? Or?
Yeah, 2 days in each place, or 2 nights in each place.
Yeah, so it's a day. It's first day travel, night, a day.
Yeah.
Stay the night. Next day, travel to the next place. Have the day there.
Yeah, but it's only like 3 or 4 hours worth of travel each day. So we'll on our
I guess Oslo to Switzerland is like Oslo to
Stockholm.
Stockholm is like nothing.
No, it would be 8 hours on a train if that gives you an idea of how far apart they actually are. So
you're going. I'm assuming you're going to fly.
A flight, yeah.
Yeah, so like a 40-minute flight.
That'll be 4 hours or so in an airport plane and then out, and that's not too bad. And that'll be an afternoon, and then we're in the next place ready. And we're using that morning to go for a walk somewhere. So. Yeah, I think it's well planned out as for when we're travelling and everything. And it was relatively cheap as well because we booked all the places we're staying through Airbnb. So we have like home type places to stay, which
that's good as well. You're not just in random hotels, etc.
No. So really, really looking forward to going off on an adventure. So cool. Dom, what have you been playing? Recently.
I've been playing a lot of one very specific game. So I thought like, it's the Steam Autumn Sale. I haven't bought I bought one game for myself this year, which was out the entire year. Admittedly, I've been unemployed for most of the year, so doesn't help. But I was like, I'm fucking sick and tired of playing like free to play games, and like I need to get something new, like a legit game that's new. So I bought a game called Into the Breach, which if you ever. So it's made by guys called Sunset Games, and they are the guys who did the spaceship roguelike Faster Than Light, or FTL.
Okay. Yep.
So it's those guys. So they make this is their second game, and it is quality. It's so great. Because I play lots of XCOM, it's very much like a cross between FTL and XCOM. It's really nice.
Okay. I can see how you would sink many hours into that game.
Yeah, well, sink many hours. I bought it Thursday. We're recording this on Tuesday, and I put 29 hours into it. That's around doing my normal stuff, going to game nights. I think... Actually, no, I didn't buy it Thursday. I bought it Friday, because I bought it after D&D on Friday. So I had, like, D&D Sunday, which was a good, like, 7-hour session as well. Sunday lunch with family, general social stuff on the Saturday, and yesterday doing work and stuff, and today I've been out like most of the day. I've maybe put like 2 hours into it. But somehow in all that time it's been 29 hours because I haven't played anything else.
Nice. That was like me on the Delve launch weekend for Path of Exile.
But it's so
25 hours into it. I'm just like, oh no.
So great, but it's so annoying because like. You have essentially it all revolves around having it's save the Earth. It's what it is. It's giant bugs are coming from underground. You have to save the Earth, and your time travelers who have mechs. It's like proper like just fuck it all. We're just going to use all the cliches. It's great.
Yeah. Nice.
But so there are squads of mechs you can have.
Yeah.
So you start out with one squad, and then you have to finish achievements, and every achievement you finish gets you a coin. And then like squads are anywhere between 2 and 6 coins. And then there's 10 there's 8 squads, and then there's a random squad, which is like just to randomly takes from the other ones, or there's a set squad where you pick and choose whichever ones you want, whichever mechs you want from any squad.
Yeah.
The thing is, once you get all of the achievements, all of them, there is a super secret special squad, which is like 25 coins at the bottom. And it's only unlockable after you've unlocked all the other ones. So you have to finish every achievement. So I'm just like feverishly working my way towards getting this thing. And some of the achievements are really hard. Like legitimate. Like one of them is finish the game on hard mode, which is going to be brutal. I haven't even played the game on normal yet.
Yeah.
I've been doing it all on easy. I'm still getting my ass handed to me sometimes. But like the entire thing is there's 4 islands. And you go on them, and then there's like the islands are like split down into like little areas, and then each one of these areas is a mission, and it will give you like objectives in the mission. Like there'll be a train running through the middle of the map, and it will say, "Save the train, don't let it get hurt." Essentially, but at the same time, you have to protect your own mechs and not let your pilots die, because if your pilots die, then they're replaced by AIs, which don't get like bonuses, which is really annoying. And you have to protect buildings. Every place you go drop in is buildings, and if the bugs hit the buildings, you lose what they call grid power. If you lose all your grid power, you're done. That's the end of the playthrough. And the grid power is between, like you start with like 4 or 5 grid power. You can get grid power back by gaining missions, or you can buy it back once you've completed an island. But when you're just doing one, like if you took like 4 grid damage on one mission, you'll start the next mission with 1 grid, and then it's just like no fucking hope in hell, basically.
Yeah. Fair enough. What kind of graphics is it? Like, how does it look? Because I think I recall FTL being kind of top-down, looking on things in a square.
It's that art style again. Very similar. It was like pixely. I think it's 16-bit.
Okay.
I think is the technical term. But yeah, it's like pixelated. It looks nice. It does look very nice. It's well animated, and the sound design is like on point. But like the main thing about like these sort of games is that it's, you know, the style of the game is just good. It's a very well made game, and like especially because it's a strategy game and it's turn-based strategy. So that it happens, you start, you choose where your mechs drop on the map, and then it's like, okay, here's all the bugs, and then it tells you exactly the bugs move around the map, and then it tells you exactly what they're going to do on their next turn.
Okay.
So it's like, this bug will fire at this building, this bug will charge this way, this bug will do this bug will do that. And then it's like, okay, you now have to choose with your mechs how you deal with this situation. Because some of the times you get to the point, like later in a mission, because you get like 4 or 5 turns a mission, and it's like, okay, you have 3 mechs, there's 4 bugs on the grid, and they're all attacking various buildings, or like they're all attacking like various objectives, etc. Which one are you going to lose? Which one can you not save? And you have to choose, and depending on where your mechs are, sometimes you get into like complete no-win scenarios where it's just like, oh, because of positioning on previous turns, which you can't go back to previous turns.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, that's it, done. Like they just outmaneuvered me. It's like playing like the most intricate game of chess.
Yeah. Cool. It sounds fun.
It's good fun. For somebody like me, it's very good fun.
I don't think I would... I don't know. I probably would get along with it, but I don't know whether it would hook me into playing. But, you know, that's...
Well,
I don't know.
Yeah, it's a nice game to... It's a good game as well. You can just jump onto for like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Which is really nice. You can just jump in, you do one mission, and then you can bounce. And that's like... Honestly, that's like 5-10 minutes of gameplay, just in like little packets. And because like you get there's the 3 mechs, there's the 8 squads, there's the squads you can mix and match. You can, when you finish an island, you basically get a shop where you can buy things which include other weapons. So like one of the first mech you get has like a rocket punch essentially. One of the other mechs has like a lightning whip. Another one has like a laser cannon and like stuff like this. And you can buy those weapons for your original mech in the shop, like depending on which things come up in the shop and whatever. So you can end up with like the laser whip guy the lightning whip guy who also has a laser cannon.
Oh, nice.
Because you can buy that for him and things like that.
Yeah. Cool. That seems interesting. I'm not
but
sure.
Yeah, what have you been playing?
So I've been playing a bit of Destiny 2. That is not a surprise to anyone, right? But what happened yesterday was Dom and I were supposed to be recording. Dom was like, I need a personal day. I'm like, that's cool with me. That's absolutely fine. Like, you need to look after yourself first. I am an ancillary character in your story of life. So I hopped in before we were planning to chat and played one game of comp. I won that game of comp, and then I played another one and I lost. And I was a 5-win streak away from getting the Crucible pinnacle weapon, Luna's Howl. But I needed to win 5 straight. So I was like, that's gross. So then I stopped, put it down, tried to reach out to Dom, and it was like, things aren't happening. So I joined my friend Ewan, who was playing Crucible. He's just playing quick play. So I was like, what's happening? And he was like, do you think we should go into comp? Because he is significantly better than me at first-person shooters. And I was like, I don't really feel like it. Then we played one more game of quick play. He's just like, nah, we can do it. I'm like, okay, let's go for it. So we play one game, and we win. It was close. It was really close, actually. I think we won 66-64 or something, in a clash game, so just team deathmatch. And it was, close. And I was like, I feel a bit nervous. Next game comes up, and we come up against people who have already hit legend rank, which is at 5,400 comp points. Whereas I'm sitting at 1,800 or so. Probably about 1,900 at that point. Probably about 1,880 at that point. And we're just like, okay, we'll give it a go. We win the first 3 rounds. But it goes to 6. And they put their try-hard pants on. And the first 3 rounds, we were pushing aggressively and doing well. But we have 2 other random teammates on our team. And we're against a coordinated 4-stack of people all at top rank. And the other guy on our team stops playing aggressively and pushing with us. So we're going as a 2, whereas 3 of us were going forwards, pushing and winning. And now this third person is leaving us 2 to push forwards, playing aggressively, going into people where there's more of them than there are of us. So it makes it very difficult to win. And then the other 2 on our team start playing passively, and we start losing. The match ends us losing 6-4, and I'm just like, dude, I thought we could win it. He's just like, well, it doesn't matter, we've still got to win 5 straight. I'm like, okay, cool, let's go. So I go into my 5th comp game of the day, feeling a bit mediocre about it. We get the same map and the same game mode. I'm just like, redemption time.
Right.
So we go in, and we win that game of Countdown 6-1. So we're like, okay, it's on.
Pretty decisive, yeah.
It's on. The next game starts up. It's a control game. Got to hold 3 points. You get more points the more zones you hold. We have a terrible start. The game goes to 100 points. We go 30-4 down. And I'm deflated. I'm just like, nah, this is tough. I'm losing all my gunfights. It's not going particularly well. But I say to the guy I'm playing with, Ewan, I was like, I'm going to go and cap points. If there's no one there, no ticks on radar, I'll grab the point. He's like, I'm going to go at them and try not to feed, try and beat them. We cap zones and turn the game around. We win 101-72.
Oh.
We overcame a 30-point deficit and won by 30 points. So we flipped by 60 points in that game. So, we were like, it's really on right now.
So that's two wins if I'm keeping track, right?
2 wins, yeah. We go into the 3rd game on this streak. And I'm trying to remember which one this is. It's a clash game. So, first 75 points wins. The previous one that we had, it was the first of us playing together, didn't go to score. So we're pushing. We let the enemy get control of the heavy ammo. And they use that heavy ammo very well to separate me and the team, all the team from each other. And they start clawing it back. We were a few kills ahead, and then they evened it up. And then we're just like, nah, let's just regroup and take it back. So we all regroup, and then we win 75-70, just clutching it out at the last moment. I get the final kill. I was like, yes! I remarked across the microphone, get deleted, nerd. To which everyone was like, well, Ewan and then our friend Sen joined in. To which we were all giggling at that remark. We then go into the next match, and like we've been looking to make sure we're trying to avoid people that are stacked up as a group of 4, because usually they're pretty intense games. We get immediately bumped into a game with a group of 4 who are going to be on the opposite team.
Mm-hmm.
But I start checking their equipment. Their equipment isn't good. And I'm just like, no, these guys aren't good. We can win this, and we can thrash them, right? So we go in. I win my first duel. I'm like, you and these guys ain't got anything on us. Let's do it. Control match again. Need to hold 3 points. Or as many points as you can.
Uh-huh.
We hold it. Keep them in spawn. Kill them every time they try to push. Win 100 to 29. We're just like, that's 4. That's 4, baby. Then we go into the last game, which is a survival game.
So you're properly nervous at this point.
Properly nervous, yeah. Yeah, because if we lose that match, I'm down 20 points from wherever I was. I was 60 points away, so that would have put me at 90 points away, which is another 3 wins I'd need to get. Which is gross. There's another 3 games that I'd have to play. We go in. It's survival. First time we've encountered survival, so our strats... temperamental at best.
Bit shaky, yeah.
I trust our judgment and gun skill. So we go in, we win the first round. We're like, okay, it's going well. We win the second round. We're like, oh, it's going well. And then our whole team decides to get reckless and charge in and just separate ourselves, all go off randomly and come up against 2s. And we just go down. Like, we lose the round. We then lose the next round doing the same thing. And I'm just like, Ewan, let's regroup. We got supers up. We need to get them to waste them. We need to just have a good time. Because they start popping off then. Using their supers to try and reclaw anything that they've got. So we regroup. We get together. We're just like, let's do this. So let's smash it out. We stuck together. Annihilated them. We lost 1 life while depleting all 6 of theirs in count and their 4 stocks. We lost 1 life in that round. It's 3-2. Game goes to 4 rounds. So we're in the 4th round. Or the last round. Technically. It's our victory round if we win. There you go. That's a better way to say it. So,
match point.
I'm playing well. Haven't died. Didn't realise the other 2 on our team had died.
Uh-oh.
They died enough so that when I did die eventually, because I was exerting, I was overconfident, I was pushing, I was out. At that point, though, there was only 2 left on the enemy team. There was me and Ewan as well, and like the other 2 had died as well. So it was 2v2. I made a dumb push, got myself killed, didn't realise what point of the game we were in. Ewan, the sneaky man that he is, had picked up heavy ammo and was using the colony, which is a grenade launcher that sends scuttling beetles to track down the enemy and explode on them, which does, very decent amount of damage.
Mm-hmm.
He's hiding around a corner and knows there's 2 there because my orb is, right in front of them, and I can give him the call-outs. I'm just like, there's 2 there, shoot twice, you'll get 1 of them. It damaged the other, I'm just like, pop out and shoot him. Like, with whatever shots you've got left. If he loses the duel, because 1's now dead because he shot him with the colony.
Mm-hmm.
If he loses the duel, the colony's going to kill him anyway. We're going to get a free round. But he pops out, shoots his shots, ducks back into cover, wins the round. We won our 5. I'm like, yes, I get my gun. So I was like, it was an absolutely insane passage of play, and I was trying my little socks off. And I was, it was a real great time for playing games that night.
It's always fun sometimes. Like a lot of people don't like competitive, especially competitive shooters.
Mm-hmm.
But us in the good game is some of the times Andy and Jen are getting lethal at Rocket League. I'm not even kidding. The pair of them on competitive Rocket League is insane.
I've seen some of Andy's shots he's posted in the Discord. It's just how?
Jen, no, Andy. The thing is, right? Andy is consistently good.
Yeah.
Consistently really top tier.
Yeah.
Jen pulls off. He's consistently very good. Not quite as good as Andy, but Jen will pull off the craziest shit.
Yeah.
He was doing one the other day where the ball is bouncing in front of the goal. It's not going to go in. Mm-hmm. Jen then goes, he he comes off like the right wall, goes along the ceiling, then vertically drops from mid onto the ball at an angle, so it just goes straight into the goal.
Madness.
It's just like the most insane shit I've ever seen. Like aerials off the ceiling.
Yeah.
And knocks the ball straight into the goal. And then like, but yeah, competitive, like Overwatch and stuff. Like me and Emma quite enjoy that sort of thing. And we just like popping for games. Like it's nice to have some genuine coordination sometimes.
Yes.
You know, be going in and talking to people and might be like, yeah, right, okay, here's what we're gonna do. Here's the plan. And it goes off without a hitch, and you're just sitting there like,
Yeah, I will say, like, mine and Ewan's communication was just absolutely on point yesterday. Like, the call-outs were flying left and right, and it was just, like, one of those times where I'm just like, oh, I'm actually pretty decent at this game, even if my gun skill is mediocre at best. Like, but, yeah, we had it was just one of those days where I'm just like, oh, this is why I like this game, and this is why I play it with my friends, like, so religiously. But, yeah, it was absolutely insane. So yes, that is my Destiny 2 story, and I've absolutely written that down in a 6-page journal that is the journal for the day that we're recording this. So
nice.
So yeah,
I'll recount that tale a week and a half later.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but so that's what's been consuming me. I've been playing Path of Exile as well, and that's really enjoyable. New league starts the day after this podcast comes out. And that looks real interesting.
I think I started playing Path of Exile. I played like a good 3-4 hour session, and I don't think I've touched it since.
No.
Don't know why.
The new league's starting, and it's... I found I haven't had enough time... Because I'm splitting my time between Path of Exile and Destiny, I can't dedicate enough time to complete everything in Endgame of Path of Exile, because there's so much to do. And the new season starts, so everything resets. And I've not reached the end of it, but we'll see how that goes next season, when Rachel will hopefully be playing on PC also, and then we can team on there, rather than me splitting my time and efforts between Xbox version and PC version.
Well, it's with Destiny, going back slightly with that, a lot of the group picked it up when it was free, because Destiny 2 was free on PC for a while, and so the little whispers in the chat of, so when we doing the raid again, have started to boil up to the surface, and I'm just sitting there like, oh no, it's going to be another day of trying to do the raid.
Oh man,
I don't know.
Me and my clan finished it a few weeks ago. We were just like, oh, that was cool.
Well, we did it before. We tried doing it before. It took us so long. We got baths done, and we got the run done. Yeah, I think. It's the run, the baths. We didn't get the dogs.
Yeah.
And then, obviously, we didn't get to the end. Is there one other before? What's the other one?
No, there's 3 and the boss.
There's 3 and the boss. Yeah, so we got half of it done, and that took us a good 6-7 hours.
Yeah.
And after that, we were just we're all tired, just knackered, just I don't want to do this. The baths especially was so bad.
Yeah, I think we were lucky in that 2 of us knew what to do, because we found a random team to do it a few weeks before, and we are all very familiar with Destiny, because we, as a group of 6, have been playing since D1, since it launched, essentially, all together. So we all know everyone's roles and what everyone's strengths and weaknesses are. So, it's specifically in Destiny. I don't really know how any of them can play any other play any other games, but I know how they play Destiny and how our team comp works. So yeah, it's madness.
It was great. Yeah, it was great fun. But I look back and it being I feel like a genuine sense of achievement. But I also remember at the time it was the amount of frustration I had with some people on the team who just I hate to say it, they were the weak links. They were always dying, and it's just come on.
Yeah.
Pull your shit together.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh well.
Oh well. Good fun.
Fine. Yeah. Cool. Well, Dom, let's wrap it up here. Where can we find you across the internet?
You can find me at most places at McDom or McDom023k. So that'll be McDom on Steam, McDom023k on YouTube, and McDom on Rooster Teeth.
Cool.
Oh, and McDom023k on Twitter. Also, I've got McDom023K on Twitter as well.
Cool.
I say that's about the most. Trying to think, forgetting anything? Nah, that'll do.
Yeah, that'll do. I can be found across the internet at DestroyTopMore8. That's like your Twitter, your Instagrams. There's probably going to be a lot of Instagram posts the week this goes up, just from me touring around. And yeah, I write stuff on my own website, ifafar.com. It's YCHAFAR. And yeah, thank you everyone for listening. Thank you, Dom, for being my guest this week.
It's a pleasure, Topham, anytime.
Cool. And yeah, have an exciting week. Goodbye.
Goodbye.